Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of Media Martyrs. The first time of Media Martyrs VERSUUUUUUUUS!
Ow! God! Dude!
And now I killed your hearing for the next 10 days.
Okay,
You are most welcome.
we're professionals.
Anyway, as we're here, as always, with Phantom Roxas,
Hey, everybody.
our good friend Eziomon.
Hello!
Ow. I guess I deserved that. Kaz up.
On second thought, let's not do Media Martyrs. 'Tis a silly podcast.
I thought that was the point. And finally, Retro K.
We have an axe!
Hello.
Hey.
Like I don't get an introduction.
Oh.
And I'm Strauss because I actually didn't introduce myself for once this time.
Strauss, you didn't introduce Tash.
And Tash.
Nice to show you care.
Yeah.
Well, he has been our Eeyore today, so he doesn't deserve.
And then again, I'm not in a caring mood for Tash right now either.
Okay, so
the feeling mutual.
before we continue, hold on. Let me explain the format. See, the format for this is something we disagree with each other on. So, two members of the Media Martyrs will argue against each other. We would have had a full-on 6, but Retro K and I have yet to disagree on anything.
Nope.
So instead, we're going to let everyone else do it.
Yes.
We're gonna moderate.
And judge who has won the debate. First up, Eziomon.
Yeah!
First, Phantom Rocks. On
The PlayStation 4 and Sony in general.
Alright, go.
Alright, so I'm admittedly the PlayStation fanboy out of the two of us, and well, Roxas is pretty much the PlayStation hater, as I like to call him.
No, this is the easiest job I ever had, by the way, to sit here and just
Become a
listen.
point counterpoint.
Strauss is the Drew Carey of this episode.
Okay, hold on. I like to preface this match by
What was
no
that,
matter
Mike?
who wins, both of us will have more professionalism than Michael Pachter.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very true.
Alright. So argue and stuff.
Alright.
Okay.
Begin!
The only good games on PlayStation 4 or at least from my point of view, are Infamous Second Son, Knack, and The Witness. I think Killzone Shadowfall will be good, but I really could not give a shit about that.
Alright, well, let's just say this. All launch libraries are, not that great. I mean, like, the PlayStation 3 took a while to get some steam, Xbox 360 took, all great consoles, just all consoles in general take time to develop launch libraries. And, I think over time the PlayStation 4 library will develop. They do have a lot of developers on board. We're going to be getting the new Witcher game, we're getting a new Assassin's Creed, and,
Yes, because Assassin's Creed it will be so fascinating and will make me automatically want to
Hey. One fight at a time, okay, my friend? One fight at a time. But, it's like... It's the launch library, It's gonna be a little small.
Roxas, your rebuttal?
Counterpoint!
I will say that I like the idea of the Ustream. However, Nintendo was far more welcoming to the idea of backwards compatibility, and Sony is repeating the same problem as the Vita, being that they should have some form of backwards compatibility, but they don't have it on day one. Even at E3 when they announced that PS1 classics would be on the Vita, I was baffled that these were not already on the Vita. So I understand that the PS4 would require a completely different system in order to run the older games. However, they could have at least made the effort to make downloadable games backwards compatible. They did not do this for reasons that I honestly cannot fathom.
Yeah, I don't really have a response to this, but, I think, as long as you have, you don't, like, sell your own PlayStation 3, you should be fine. But, I think a lot of people might, sell their PS3s to get the PS4s, to which I reply, don't. Hold on to your PS3s.
Yeah, I think Tash summed this up best. Well, time to make PS3 HD collections.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. Like, I'm not going to get them this time because, here's the thing. Going on a little bit of a tangent, I actually got the very first model of the PS3 that came out.
Same here.
That was backwards compatible with the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games, but then it, like, blew a fuse or something, so I had to get the new Slim model, and, yeah, I pretty much had to get the HD collections then.
See, here's the thing, is that the reason I got the Ratchet & Clank collection is because, well, I actually am okay with ports, so I would get a port if it's, like, something I really like. However, the PS2 Ratchet & Clank games all have a horrible audio-visual lag and on the PS2, so, like, you will hear something, and it takes forever for the actual video to catch up to it. And PS3 collection, I needed that because the PS3 wouldn't run the PS2 games. So I'm curious I shouldn't be curious because, of course, they're not going to have the same problem because I can't play my PS3 games on the PS4, so I won't be able to see that problem when it happens again. So they got one problem out of the way by making sure you can't even play the game that would have the problem.
Well, like I said, just, like, you have to, hold on to your PS3, or wait for HD collection, Super HD collection maximum. I mean, that's all I got.
Okay, guys, what's your decision on this debate?
I think Roxas definitely made some good points about the launch library, but
In fairness,
Roxas made a good point about the backwards compatibility, but I think Isa made a good point about the launch library taking time to build itself up.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, because in fairness, I'm trying to remember with I'm trying to remember remember the launch titles for the PlayStation 3 were god awful.
Except for Resistance Fall of Man.
Yeah, and we should also remember one of those launch titles actually killed its developer. Factor 5, you're sorely missed.
Oh.
Na 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 na.
How long are we gonna drag this out for?
I'm done.
Shut up. That was one of my favorite games, damn it.
What, Lair? You actually played that?
No. Hell no. I mean, the greatness that was. Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I kind of wish I had a Nintendo console.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good games. Anyway, moving right along, it's now Tash versus Kazup on Mass Effect 3's DLC.
Welcome to the rest of the episode, folks.
By the way, Citadel's also a college. With winner of coolest college name, by the way.
So, just for context, on March 5th, 2013, the final single-player DLC for Mass Effect 3 was launched, thus completing the entire trilogy that has been going on since it's been going on. And I played it and loved it, and it was awesome. And then Tash had to go and be a stupid head and dislike it. So now I'm going to rip his face off.
So stupid.
Alright, so basically,
if I call someone a duty head, I'm gonna be so very happy. just gonna say that now.
Alright, so basically the main thing people have stated about this, which is kind of this DLC, which is kind of a universal fact, is it's very much fan servicey. Like, there's a lot of references. It's very lighthearted and whatnot. And Tash doesn't seem to like that.
I'll bring it up why. And that's not the only problem. But I'll bring it up.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's a main thing that people seem to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, well, I liked it because basically I think if you go in being like, okay, this is like gonna be like Leviathan, this is gonna be something that's gonna like change the entire Mass Effect universe or something like that. If you go in like that, then yeah, you're gonna be disappointed because it's not that and you can't expect it to be that. It's just a fun, emotional way to reconnect with all your favorite characters and close out the series because you're never going to get to see them again.
Alright, should I bring up my rebuttal?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. Here's the problem with that. I don't mind that it's lighthearted. I would have loved that. I would have loved just a DLC where you just reconnect with all the old characters, get to talk with them one last time. I'm fine with that. I'm even fine with the dumb party storyline. Like, I'm kind of fine with that. But here's the problem. No, it's too lighthearted. None of the characters talk like they're supposed to.
Wait, I knew you were going to bring that up. Name me, Fine.
Yeah. It feels like it was written by Joss Whedon. Or not even Joss Whedon, someone trying to be Joss Whedon. Every single character, even though, only 3 or 4 of them would actually quip, every single character quips, especially during the last half.
No. You say, everyone's out of character and whatever. Give me one example, because I'm honestly curious, because no one's given me any examples.
Yavik quips.
I will admit, I cannot speak on that because I did not get the From Ashes DLC, and therefore cannot comment on Javik's character.
And also Shepard, him or herself, whatever. There's one scene in the DLC which makes no sense. It's after they've basically been tricked by the villain, and that's another problem, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a point where, actually, I guess I have to spoil it because it doesn't make any sense in context.
Alright, spoilers! You have been warned. If you don't want the DLC to be spoiled, turn off the podcast now.
Yeah, the spoiler is
And then
Shepard
come back
has,
in a few. Well,
yeah, Shepard has a clone. And basically, the clone and the other villain trap Shepard and 2 of his companions. And basically, the clone at the end, after they're about to send him off, says, I should go. Yeah. But then Shepard and his 2 companions get trapped in, a containment unit. And they're basically, you see them all talking, and, Edie or whoever will bring up, oh, we're about to run out of oxygen. Instead of, actually referring to that, Shepard does a dumb, jokey dialogue about, do I sound like that when I say that? I should go.
Yeah.
I should go. I should go.
Okay. Okay.
I should go.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. First off, I will admit, on the whole clone plot as a whole, I'll say, that is definitely, not, that's not one of the stronger parts of the DLC. I'll admit that's kind of the thing. But it doesn't really bug me there are 3 reasons that it doesn't bug me as much as it really would. A, because, I actually really appreciate this, because you know how whenever any series does, a clone thing, they'll just, when the clone comes, they'll bring up, this person cloned your DNA or whatever. They'll just pull something out of the blue about, how it came up. Which I guess they kinda did, but I appreciate how they actually used something that happened previously in the story. They used a previous plot element they bounced off of that and made the clone thing. Specifically, it was part of the Lazarus Project from the beginning of Mass Effect 2. So the fact that they actually used something that...
Wait, why is Ra's al Ghul in Mass Effect? That's my quip of the day.
Okay. Second of all, I admit, I admire it because it added some variability to the boss fight, because since the Shepherd's your clone, the Shepherd clone copies whatever class you happen to be playing. If you're a soldier, clone Shepherd will be a soldier. If you're an adept, clone Shepherd would be an adept, etc., etc., and that adds some variability to the final boss battle, which allows for more replayability. And third of all, it doesn't really bug me, because I felt it, like I said, the plot isn't really the point, and it being not that strong is a negative, but it's not the end-all be-all.
Tash, your rebuttal!
Oh yeah, oh wait,
I would.
I forgot to, I forgot to mention, because he also brought up the, I should go joke thing. I admit, the part where they're trapped and he like, is going on about that, I will admit that's, kind of out of character, and I felt it was stretching the joke and just leaving it as the initial reference. I feel that would have, worked better. But you can't pull out one 15-second example from a 6+ hour DLC and then claim the entire.
I'll bring out more. I will bring out more.
I am glad to hear them.
Jesus, I think these guys really sound like they're gonna kill each other.
Because I am.
After I talk about the clone thing, I'm going to segue into another problem with that.
Alright.
Because I don't mind. I mean, even though I thought it was dumb that they pulled out a clone, I could have worked with it. But they did nothing original with it. It was literally, if you've seen one clone, like, on any show, TV, comic, whatever, it's literally by the books. The only thing it was missing was a confusion seed. We're like, I'm the real shepherd. I'm the real shepherd. That's the only thing they did not need.
I'm the real shepherd!
No,
I'm Spartacus!
See, I'm not disagreeing with you. I definitely won't disagree. Hello.
Welcome back, Roxas. We're just in the middle of Kezzup and Tash killing each other.
Okay, so I won't. That's very loud. All right. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. But again, I'll just say that doesn't bug me that much, because the whole clone plot wasn't for most people, it didn't seem to be the focus of the DLC, which is evidence because most of the content comes after the quote-unquote final boss battle with the clone, which tells you that it wasn't necessarily the main, reason for the DLC.
Wait, that sounds like that it would just have been wasted then.
What do you mean?
Like, if they're going to introduce a clone and not do anything with it?
Well, he's dead, so no matter what way you cut it, so... Alright, so, Tash, that's your cue.
Alright, I'm gonna segue into another problem, which is kind of like the quipping, but different. The awful forced in jokes. They are really bad and phoned in. The worst example was when you're getting on the ship, because Shepard is trying to steal the ship for some reason, whatever. Anyway, the clone Shepard is trying to steal the ship. You go onto the ship and you see a specialist trainer, your Yalman or whatever you want to call her, secretary, whatever. She does a thing where she comes in because I guess she thinks you were the clone, and apparently she fired her. And she's like, "How dare you fire me after all we've been through? And you didn't even give me enough time to pack my toothbrush." And she shows the toothbrush to you, and
I remember that. I've actually seen that part.
God. I yelled at the computer how bad it was.
I would just like to, I'll actually just rebut your point with the fact that those guys just laughed at it. So...
Yep.
We laughed at how bad and forced it was, because we remembered it, because we were so...
Why are you telling them, why are you explaining how they laughed? Aren't they should explain themselves why they laughed. What was the purpose of their laughing?
I mean, that's kind of
funny.
Thank you. But it's not even like, see, Not
a great joke, but it's a good joke.
It's alright.
Yeah, also, plus, I forgot to mention, the actual payoff of the scene is, because the whole thing is like, her toothbrush, that's the thing, it's explained that her toothbrush is powered by a Mass Effect field, because title drop, and
Wait, what?
Wait,
did you? How can someone? That's
Okay.
They pulled it out of their ass. Basically.
no,
They pulled it out.
the Mass Effect field thing, that wasn't this DLC, right? They explained that earlier in the time when the toothbrush was introduced, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure.
I forget.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. So that's not this DLC's fault. But no, the kicker of the scene, and it's one of those things. It's very visual, so it's hard for me to explain, but I'll try. It's hard for me to remember the exact dialogue, but it was basically like they're trying to figure out how to get into the ship, and like they're just talking, and they're like, we can crawl into the vents somehow, but we can't cut them open. Someone's like, we could, like, cut it open if we had something as powerful as Mass Effect field, something along those lines. And then there's just a long pause. Everyone looks at Trainer. She just holds up the toothbrush, turns it on, and it's such a great...
No.
Heads up. Do you know what you?
That is a horrible Chekhov's gun. I am sorry.
Okay,
no.
guys.
It's hard, again, it's hard for me to explain it because it's a visual thing, so it's hard for me to explain it.
Okay, guys. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of in the Justice League TV pilot where they have the Hubba Bubba gum or whatever.
Yeah, except instead of like introducing it in at the beginning, they just do it 5 seconds later.
Well, here's...
Oh, you have a toothbrush. We can use it to open the door. Good.
Well, technically, since the toothbrush was brought up earlier in Mass Effect 3, probably like hours before, technically, if you put the DLC in with the whole game, it is a Chekhov's gun. Necessarily. But here's the thing. There's so much humor in this DLC that we can't possibly, like... Well, I mean, I'm not saying you can't say, like, I didn't like this joke or whatever. I'm just saying... Giving 2 jokes as examples doesn't work because there's, like, literally hundreds more in there that, work. Plus, like, the ones that we're talking about aren't even necessarily, like, the most focused on jokes, necessarily.
Okay, then how about this? Mention good jokes.
What?
Hold on. Mention the good jokes.
Good jokes?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot... Well, that's the thing about this DLC. It is very context-driven jokes, which makes them kind of hard to explain. But that's kind of the point, because like I said, this DLC is the last single-player DLC of Mass Effect 3, and therefore the last part of Mass Effect that will be worked on for this trilogy. So if you take it as a tribute to the Mass Effect series as a whole, that's where it works really well.
I would take it as that if it wasn't so tonally different from the rest of the game. Like,
How?
They never take anything seriously. Like, the whole time that you're all, like, fighting through the Cat 6 or whatever they're called, none of them ever, like, take it seriously. They all quip, like, they're in Firefly.
Well, it makes sense, because the whole thing is, like, you got Rex back, you've got,
Only 4 characters I could see, like, it would fit for them. Like, Garrus, Rex, James, and maybe Joker.
They did most of the quipping, that's the thing.
No, like friggin' like, Javik quipped. Javik does not quip.
I cannot comment on Javik, because I don't have that DLC.
He quipped. He did quit.
From what I've seen of Javik's stuff, though, it's not as much... It's, like, technically quipping, but I find it in-character quipping, because it's done in a kind of Javik style of quipping.
Like, I never felt like that was Javik. The only time I ever felt that he actually fit was at the party. That was really it.
It's...
Oh, and we gotta get to the party. Oh, God.
The party's the best part. The party's the freaking best part, and most people would agree with that. Alright. Oh, also, like, out of curiosity, like, who was on your squad when you were doing this, for the record?
I Zach's stream, so it was.
Wait. You haven't played it.
Like, not it specifically, but I did watch walkthroughs on it.
That doesn't. No. No. You cannot. This is video games. The whole point of video games that is an interactive experience. You interact with the video game. If you want to say that you saw someone else play the Citadel DLC, if you want to say you watched somebody else play the Citadel DLC and it didn't look like it was good and you weren't going to buy it, that's fine. If you haven't played the DLC and you're gonna outright say that it's bad, no, that is not how things work. Video games are an interactive experience, especially the Mass Effect game, which is completely based on the decisions that you make. Honestly, like, there are, and for the record, the stream he's talking about is the stream done by Zach of Anime News Network. Thing is, I watched that stream after having played the DLC. You do realize Zach probably skipped over a total of 2 hours of content. No joke. You cannot judge a game based off somebody else's playthrough, which rushes through it and skips most of the good stuff. I'm done yelling now. At least for a bit.
Okay, here's a win.
Yeah. He has a point.
Yeah. Someone just got horribly beaten. Upside the head. Someone here has been hit with the
I'm not commenting on the gameplay.
Seriously, man, I haven't seen it.
It's not just the gameplay. It's not just the gameplay, because it's not like a movie where you can watch it, like, even with someone else talking over it. It's not like that where you can just, because everything happens exactly the same. Because honestly, Mass Effect I mentioned it was based off of your decisions. And that is true, because certain people want to play the game the certain way. And even with Mass Effect, like, there are some characters that you'll have and that other people won't. Like, for example, Zach didn't even have Tali there at the party, who was one of the best characters. And that's the thing, you cannot... Since the DLC is supposed to have, as a tribute, it's supposed to have 3 whole games of content behind it, you cannot come in on somebody else's walkthrough, somebody else's playthrough of that DLC, and expect to get the same experience you would when you get near it. Because, for example, my party, even with most of the same characters that Zach had, was absolutely nowhere near what he did. Like, dialogue completely changed. And I can't see how you would judge something based on a half-baked playthrough that you didn't even play.
So,
Wow.
I guess Pezza won that one.
Around. Yeah, I don't know if you can really fight back on that.
Kazip wins that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did not see that coming.
Didn't see that coming.
Thank you
Wow.
very much. I rest my case.
Okay. So since technically I did not lose to,
Yeah, you guys
season.
kind of fought. Yeah, you
We
two
did-
fought to a draw, really. Like, you
draw.
both brought up great points, and it was a great debate. Tash
No,
just got...
my internet cut out is how. So it got interrupted.
Yeah. Actually, oddly enough, it was kind of over. We both agreed. You guys kind of both
Tied.
won. So, you guys fought to a draw. Be proud of yourselves. You have both appeased Caesar. Tash, on the other hand, Kazap, take out your sword and slit his throat.
I'm looking for a
Finish him.
sword. Can I instead whack him over the head with my Art of the Mass Effect Universe book?
Or-
Sure.
Alright.
Because it proves that you are the superior Mass Effect nerd.
Yay.
Now, I guess that's the end of the episode.
Wow.
I don't
I
even...
guess.
I don't know.
I don't know how we continue after that.
Okay. Well, actually, how about to serve as an act of good peace? How about we all just mention something we all agree on?
Gravity Falls is the greatest show ever.
Yes, it is.
No, that's that I won't agree with that because
I haven't seen Breaking Bad.
yeah, that too. Also, I have a fistful of dollars being run later.
That doesn't. We're still recording, so that's going to be so late.
I know.
Also,
I'm also holding the case in my hands.
Also, I just want to make clear that even though I did a lot of yelling, I'm not holding anything against Tash. Even if I very, very, very strongly disagree with him, I still like him as a dude. And we can both agree that Tali...
Not as a pro.
We can both agree that Tali is best romance.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to make you all quiet and stuff. I just...
Oh, no.
I have no opinion on that. I guess this is where I have to admit I guess this is where I have to admit I've never played the Mass Effect games.
Oh, well, I
should.
don't own it yet.
I know I should.
Yeah.
Like, this is a case where it's like, I know.
Yeah.
Don't need to tell. I just, haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah.
I guess, does anyone have anything I disagree with outside of, the usual stuff with Kazup?
Okay, how about this? Movies. I'll just try to, like, go to broad subject and see what I can whittle down to, so you can disagree with someone on. Oh, crap. I'll make it in a second.
I like where it's like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to catch my breath at the moment.
Sorry.
I don't know. So.
And then Ash gets his revenge by dragging Keza to DC of Monsters.
I don't know. I think he's still playing in the Manhunt thing, so maybe that'll.
Yeah, now you're last. You have moved into last place. Where he gets his sweet revenge.
No, it's gonna be. Remember when I said I'd kill you last? That's right, you did. I lied. Shoots me between the eyes with his Spider-Man crossbow.
Yeah, Tash is still there with us. Tash.
And then
Tash.
Yeah, I'm here.
And then Tash proves
cool.
that he is, in fact, the superior Spider-Man.
No, actually, personally, I think he is a spectacular Spider-Man.
Thank you. Oh God, thank you.
No.
And then even,
I would have strangled you.
He is the ultimate Spider-Man.
Shut up.
I was about to go there, mind you.
I knew someone. I wasn't about to go there, but I knew someone was about to go there.
I was.
I did. Because I'm terrible.
Oh man. Well, I think we've all about peppered ourselves out.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm afraid we
Yeah,
have.
and I got stuff to set up for later. Speaking of which, I guess we should do some advertising for our pet projects. Kazup, you want to go first? Or should I?
You can go first. I need time to gather my thoughts.
Alright. Well, anyway, I'm running a stream now at the moment at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch it as you eat, where I will run a movie. I'm not sure what, or TV. Doesn't really
What time
matter
would
which
that
one.
be in Eastern time?
Also,
Yeah. Western time would be 12.
Probably 10 p.m. Western, Eastern time?
That's
Wait,
tonight, which I had to reschedule.
What time is that?
I'm running a Fistful of Dollars at 10 p.m. tonight. I will be, regularly would be at 3.
Okay, I'll be there.
Alright,
Until sack time.
in terms of, in terms of my own stuff, I got a lot of stuff. I have my, YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/KezupReviews. It's been a bit since I released everything, but I am working on a video, specifically it's a Mass Effect video because that's relevant. I'm actually starting a Let's Play series with a friend that is currently untitled, but expect to see that soon. I'll try and link that soon. I also have, my own stream, www.livestream.com/KezupDoesThings, where pretty much as possible during like the afternoons, night, I'll run anime, Card Fight Vanguard, stuff like that. And then every Friday, I do a segment called Catching Up with Kezup, where I watch movies that I probably should have seen by now. And finally, you can find out about all of this and more on my Twitter, which is @KezupReviews. I do too much stuff.
And I'm gonna have some pet projects in the works. More on that later.
Same here. When that's get worked out.
When I'm not brainstorming fanfics, I'm live tweeting something, and if it's something like Digimon or Assassin's Creed, I am in pain. But currently I'm live tweeting RuneScape, and I'm trying to fight a anthropomorphic eagle general who is a pain in the ass and cheats.
Well, let's see. Coming this week, God of War Ascension, so I might be tweeting about the gameplay and all that to see if it's approved by me or not.
And if there's a basketball game played by the Golden State Warriors, expect me to bitch about it on Twitter as I always do. Especially since it's come playoff time, and that's important.
Tash, you got anything to plug?
No, I got nothing.
Follow him to see him bitch about Spider-Man.
Yeah, pretty much that's about it.
That happened.
I kind of retired that now.
Oh.
Aww.
But that was your niche.
It's so delightful.
People didn't really care about it or didn't want to.
I did. I actually read. I read everyone's streams, generally speaking.
Personally, I didn't. I'm not as much of a comic book fan, so I didn't necessarily read it. But I think a lot of other people are enjoying it.
That's why I read it. I read it because I needed to catch up on the comics.
When I do talk about the comics, I bitch about these things.
Yes.
Maybe I'll bring it back up. I'll probably bring it back up when I get more time to watch the actual show, because I just watched one episode and it was boring.
Oh yeah, I did recently find out. I had no idea Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man was voiced by Drake Bell.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know who that is, I think.
That's because you weren't a kid in the mid-2000s.
Is that the guy from Drake and
Josh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Josh, yeah.
Oh, right, that's his last name. I keep reading his last name.
And of course, the same Drake Bell that was Timmy Turner in those live-action Fairly Odd Parents.
Those never happened.
Ugh, that didn't happen.
Heck, everything after Poof was born in the Fairly Odd Parents did not happen.
Yeah.
I still watch the show.
I kind of want to get back to watching the show.
So we've somehow gone to
I think we're,
Yeah, I think we need to cut this off before the train fully derails. So, Strauss, you wanna, go ahead and send us off?
This is MEDIA Martyrs. Decidedly signing off because we can't really recover after what happened.
Indeed.